And we're in! We're in!
Coming from there.
Okay.
Which gate are we here?
Are we gonna?
Main gate.
Yeah. Woolcraft. Bendigo. Did I see a Bendigo sign? No. Okay. Just for record, it was this person.
Of the sheep.
Oh, we're gonna see real sheep. I want to see the really cute ones with the black face.
Those are so
Oh, there's the prettiest.
Must watch the Sheep Detective.
Sheep Detective, yes. Yes, I will do that. Hi. 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 You have a nice fringe. Oh, she's gorgeous as well. Hi friends. Welcome to Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina. I'm happy to have you here. It's been so long and I am so excited to finally be able to record something for you because I have a ton of things to share, to show you what I've been working on, where I have been, and this particular podcast is going to be all about my trip to Bendigo in Australia this year. It was end of July 2026 and I cannot wait to share all of my impressions and things that I've seen, experienced with you guys. So I hope you like that kind of thing. Grab yourself a little drink. I keep making a drink, but it gets cold, so I have it in my thermos cup. So, how have you been? I hope you've had something exciting happening in your life as well. Well, I have had the best of times, and the reason it took me so long to record this because there was information overload, okay? I met so many new people, new faces, new things, and of course, all of that took some time for me to process. And the more I thought about how I'm going to build this video, the more I got kind of scared. Anyways, let's try to keep it to the point. So, how I want to do it is I'll tell you briefly like chapters of what you can expect here. I will tell you about the house that we stayed in Bendigo with my friends. I will tell you about you will see the yarns and the indie dyers and fibre people that I met, filmed at Bendigo. With some of them I had a chat, with some of them I didn't have time to chat, so I just show you a little bit like a walkthrough. If you have never been to Bendigo or if you're thinking of going there, I hope that will be helpful. I also was lucky enough to meet Lisa from 1121 Windmills, and I have a tiny interview with her that I want to share. Also, of course, because I stayed with very, very amazing friends of mine who are also podcasters in Australia, I want to talk a bit more about them and how we lived in that house during the Bendigo. Of course, there will be also a mention of Bendigo woolen mills and what we purchased there, and of course the food and the activities that were at Bendigo Wool Show itself. And at the very end, I want to show you what I purchased. That's logical, right? So all of that is happening today. Hopefully, I don't know how long it will take me to record, but I promise there will be not just me talking, there will be lots of clips throughout this video so that you can have a glimpse of what it actually was, because if I tell you in 1,000 words how beautiful it was, it's better if you just see it for yourself, right? So, shall we jump into it? Okay, so back in December, I was talking with my friend Dani of a Knitter's Suitcase podcast. Dani is an amazing knitter and a lovely, lovely person that we have been chatting since the times that she was living back in England, and it's been 4 years that she's moved to Australia. So we finally met this year. And back in December, I was chatting to her, and I knew through her podcast that she stays with some friends of hers, the podcasters. So I kind of wriggled my way into that group, and they've been so kind to accept me. And I was super excited to meet all of them. So that's what we did. Gay, who was our lovely, she has this motherly figure about her. She took very, very good care of us. She cooked for us. She was driving us around, for which I'm so grateful. Gay, thank you so much. She booked the house for us, which was quite a house. Yeah, and as I say, she was so always welcoming and hospitable, and she was hospitable. She was taking very good care of us. I got invited to be in that house with Dani from A Knitted Suitcase, Gay, who is Fibre Mates on YouTube as well. By the way, she has a really nice podcast that you absolutely have to watch, because she interviews amazing Australian designers and her friends, and shares her knitting journey, which is very exciting to watch. Then, of course, there was Kath Martin with us. She's the Mindful Melbourne maker, and she has a lot of lovely Bendigo and Melbourne themed designs as well that are really cool. And then we had Mel from Nitty Mel. She has an Instagram, and she used to have a podcast, I hear. She was very lovely as well, and she's a teacher as well, so we had kind of connected on that level as well as knitting. Then there was Ali from Fiberbound with her mom Helena, who were absolutely adorable.
Hi! Wave! Hi!
Much better than
Nice to meet you.
One night we were sitting pretty late and talking about our lives and Australia versus New Zealand, how it is to be an immigrant in a new country, and that was very nice and heartwarming as well. Then there was Emina from Stitches and Swings. She is a very experienced knitter, and she's very methodological. Like, she always does swatches, and she knows a lot of information about different techniques and things. So you should follow her on Instagram as well. So all of us, we met on Thursday at Bendigo. Me, Gay, and Emina, we drove in the car, and then other people kind of came together, and it was so lovely to finally meet and hug those people that I could only see on the screen. And it was truly exciting to be. I was a bit of starstruck, I guess, because I mean, all these people that are. We did have some Zoom meetings before that, but when you see each other in live, and it's a totally different experience, and it's 100,000 ways better. Anyways. So we met with Ali, and we hugged, because I have been talking with Ali online forever as well. And it was so lovely to meet her mom. Then Dani arrived, and the first day that we came to Bendigo, we went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, of course, as you do. That was their tradition, and I was happy to partake in that tradition as well. Bendigo Woolen Mills was a very big store with a lot of people. Even on Thursday, because the wool show started on Friday, even Thursday was very busy. And at some point we had to stand in a line, because there were so many people purchasing so much wool, because people were buying sweaters quantity. And from what I hear, I haven't yet tried knitting with this Bendigo Woolen Mills, but the quality is always great, and price-wise it's also a very good point. So people have been buying 2, 3, 4 sweaters quantity of each color that they like, and there is a a couple of yarns that are represented. I quite liked the 100% cotton yarn because that's not something I could easily get here. So I got a sweaters quantity of that. Then also my friends, they got woolly mai, which is a Cordale wool. And they were all fascinated by this one color called the kangaroo paw, right? Kangaroo paw. At first I had no idea. Maybe if you're not from Australia, you would also be kind of puzzled. Why is kangaroo paw this magenta bright color? It turns out it's a native flower, which you can see on the screen. And it's that color. So I only learned it like 2 or 3 days later. Anyways, it's a beautiful color, and all of my friends got that color, but I'll come back to that later because, yes, I should tell you more about it. So we went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, where, by the way, I met Libby from Truly Myrtle with Marie and Lisa, and it was so lovely to see fellow New Zealanders in the shop.
I'm being a good girl. Look, just two. For a friend, right? Yeah, for a friend.
And actually, while walking around, I saw other people who were filming around. There was Jamie purchasing some things and making quick, short videos, and there were others that I don't know yet. But it was like Hollywood, but in a yarny way, you know? It was fun. So after a little bit of pre-Bendigo shopping, we all went to have some pizza at a restaurant, and oh, that was so exciting because we had so much to share with each other, and there was constant pattern inspiration floating over the table, and the food was very good. Like, there was Italian food, and yeah. After that, we came home, and the house that we stayed in, it deserves a separate mention because it looked like this. I'm gonna film it before anybody gets in.
I'm so much fun back.
The colors are just so much fun.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
It's like a museum, isn't it?
God. It's like little ring horses on it. It's crazy.
I love these colors too.
Down there. This one has that, right?
Yeah, this one is cool. As you can see, it was quite, what do I say? Quite a museum piece. It was very bright, very full of character, and I think it matched our mood. And I think Gay did a perfect choice for this house. And yeah, the only thing is that the kitchen was far away from the living room, but that was fine because we had a choice of being either here or there, and which we did. So the first evening on a Thursday, we gathered in the living room, which was quite cozy with like a fake fireplace, and we put our little prezzies that we brought for each other. We had like a Christmas in July sort of gift exchange thing going on. So we each wrapped a skein and put it on the mantelpiece, and it was so cute because I don't get to do that here with my kids. Exchange, I mean, it's always just gifting them things. It was super nice. Apart from that, everybody was so lovely and very, very kind and generous as to bring gifts for each of us. So we all got a skein and a gift from each of us, which was totally like spoiling. I was spoiled. I was spoiled so much, and I was very touched by all the thought that went into all these little presents. Like, I'm afraid I'm not gonna remember everything, but Gay got us all a very nice big shopping bag, which was super handy because I was going to buy one. I didn't want to carry one. I wanted to buy one that would represent Bendigo for me, and that was it. Very roomy, and we all had the same colors, so it was very easy to spot each other in a crowd. Then Mel, she got us a really fun little embroidery kit. And mine had a little koala on it, and it was just so cute. I really, really liked it, and I used to embroider before, and I think I should get back to that. So that was pretty nice and special. And that kit has everything in it. There is like the thread and the hoop and everything you need. It's also made by an Australian maker, I think. I'll pop the details in the description box. Also, Dani, who works in Perth in a yarn shop, she works at Calico in Ivy, and she got us all a very, very luxurious silk, little silk ball. And oh my God, it's a silk lace, which feels so divine. It's so fine, and being a pure silk, it's really, really soft and lovely. So we all got a ball of that, which was really cool. Then Amina, oh my God, she spoiled us all with a skein of rainbows and sprinkles with 2 mini skeins set in very, very lovely colors and little rainbows and pinks. And I knew that would be my Bendigo cast on, which I will talk about later. Then also Ali and her mom, they got us some notions and little notions pouches with some scissors and chocolate and a pin and a ruler, wrist ruler, like, you know, you slap that bracelet and it's kind of handy for you to have it on you so that you can measure your gauge or whatever. Very cool. And there was also some yarn from Kath, if I'm not mistaken, and lots of chocolate. We did bring a lot of chocolate. I feel like every one of us brought a couple of, blocks of chocolate, which was absolutely unnecessary because I gained a few pounds there. I couldn't help myself. It was just so yummy. Everything was, and there was lots of trying new things. I like the hot jam donuts and all the yummy things. Oh, a separate mention has to be about Gay's cooking, because I heard from the ladies like Ali and Dani that Gay spoiled them with cooking and lasagna. And oh my God, yes. She baked, no, maybe she didn't bake the lasagna, but she brought a ton of lasagna and she made this amazing pumpkin soup for us. So every day we had a really lovely combination of homemade food and when we were out, we could have a little bit of a food during the show. But she also baked homemade granola, which at first, like, I don't eat breakfast and I wasn't that impressed, but as a snack after lunch or after dinner, it was delicious. It had really lovely crunchy nuts and okay, it was amazing. And also she made a cake, which was absolutely, oh, so good. It was amazing. I don't know what it's called, but I got her recipe when I later went back to Melbourne. I stayed at her house for one night, so I took a picture of the recipe book because I loved it. So yeah, she spoiled us with all this homemade food and just taking good care of us. Like, she's thought about everything, about our accommodation, booking the parking, and she was like our what do you call? Yeah, she was the person who kind of managed the logistics and how everything works, for which we are very, very grateful. It was very lovely to have someone who would take that responsibility on. It was really nice. Thank you, Gay. So that was the first day. Wow. And I haven't even gotten to the Bendigo itself yet. Okay, so here we go. The next morning, of course, it was the time to put on our beautiful Bendigo outfits. And last year, all the girls that I stayed with, they had agreed on a pattern that they would all knit, and it was a lovely Sari Nordland cardigan, book club cardigan, which they made and they wore, and it looked so great. It was in different sizes and different yarn, although Ellie and Dani matched the color. It looked so good on them, so I felt a little bit jealous that I didn't make one, but I don't think I would have had the time, and I didn't want to stress myself to make it. So they put that on, and of course they put on their Bendigo project, or was it the next day? So there is also an initiative that, if you're in Australia, you probably know about the Bendigo project, where 5 designers design every year something new so that people can make it and wear at Bendigo and feel like a part of a crowd. And I was so overwhelmed by seeing how many people participated, and I felt a little bit like, how do I say? I wish I had also done something, and I don't know why I didn't. I really should have. Next time I go to Bendigo, I will definitely do one of the Bendigo project patterns. So Kath was one of the designers, and Dani cast on a hat from the leftover yarn from her book club cardigan that she finished like on, I think, Friday or Saturday, and it was so great. Like, she did it in 2-3 days, and there was lots of mittens, the Bendigo mittens, or what are they called, and the socks, and yeah, so we dressed. We got our big shopping bags from Gay, and we drove to Bendigo, and I was so excited that I was like a chicken without a head. I was running around thinking, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go first? So the more experienced friends of mine, they usually go in a group and they visit a store after store, and they choose and talk to people, and they kind of have an idea what they want from where. And I was different. I was more focused, like in my head, I wanted to focus more on fibre rather than yarn, but I wanted to see everything at the same time. So I was not used to the idea of going to a wool show which has 3 days of it. So I decided to run around everywhere to kind of get an idea of what's where and then shop, but I ended up just shopping right away. So let's see a little clip of that, of what I was doing.
Right, they beat us for it. They didn't wait for us, hey?
They did not wait for us.
Okay, so... Yes. What is that? There's your face on the picture here. Famous.
Tomorrow.
Famous. Oh, look at all the silks. Oh, so pretty. I cannot believe I'm here. Hi. Oh. Check this. Oh, check this out. What I found. Nora yarn. Nora that does Hanoi. Let's see. Hanoi and silk. Okay. We're finished with the first pavilion, and we're going out. Oh, the sun is so blaring. Oh, so tell me, what's the damage? Anybody left?
A little bit.
A little bit. So let's go. Let's go spend it all. Hi, how are you? There they are. Oh, this is so soft.
As you can see, I saw a lot of yarn, a lot of fiber, and I had a little breather at the stand where Lisa from 1121 Windmills was vending. I have been following her crafting journey on Instagram and her podcast, and I really, really love her style, and I made a little interview with her. She was so kind talk to me about her making. Let's see what we have. I don't know. I like this stuff. I think it just calls to me. That one. I'm here with Lisa from 1121 Minerals. Hello! And it's so exciting to finally meet her because I've been wanting to get one of your accessories. Actually, I was gifted one set of stitch markers that are so cute. They're handmade and stitched.
Yeah.
But
Those must be some from like ages ago, like some of my original. That was another thing that I used to do, but now I feel like I don't have time to do anymore.
okay. So how did you get into home?
So I used to be a high school teacher. I did that for about 20 years before my family left Sydney and we moved up to Newcastle in New South Wales. Just needed a bit of a life change and a bit of a, I don't know, maybe we all had like a midlife crisis situation and moved away from the city to start a new life. But I wasn't working and I was sort of trying to settle my kids into a new city and a new town, and I was looking for something to do. So I started pulling out all this old beaded jewellery that I had made when I was a lot younger and pulling it apart and turning the beads into stitch marker sets and sharing those on Instagram. And people just really liked them and they were like, oh, can I buy those? And that's kind of where it all started from. And now I have my own little studio and I'm doing laser cutting and have, you know, thousands of ideas of all different sorts of products. So I have too many ideas and not enough time.
That's great. We love your ideas and we love watching the process because that's what explains how much work goes into it and how much thought and detail, and it's so cool to know how it's done.
Yeah, thank you. I really
Keep doing it.
I really love sharing the process on Instagram. I think it's cool to share with people, you know, to show how much of it is a handmade process.
Yeah.
I think people look at laser cutting and they think, oh, the machine does everything for you, but it just does the first little bit of the process. I still design everything myself. It's all original artwork. And then there's so many hand-done processes. The amount of time my hands spent working on each individual piece is just, I don't know, staggering. I just don't think people realise how much handwork goes into it. Yeah.
Well, thanks to your videos, we do.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Thanks. After that, I kept on running around and shopping and looking at things, and I even had a really, really lovely meal, which was not some fast food thing, but it was really nicely prepared meat with potato, like grilled meat with potatoes and some spices. It was really lovely, although the queue was enormous and there was not enough spaces for people to sit and eat. Like sometimes people just had to stand and eat. But yeah, after a little pause, I went on running around and looking through things and meeting new people and shopping.
Have fun. Where did you get your buttons?
My buttons?
Yeah.
They're from Great Buttons and Small Buttons, or whatever it's called, the one in Newton. Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Oh, they are really good.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any buttons for my book club cardigan. Open to.
Maybe I'll look in my collection, because I saw the color you made. I'll find something and send it to you. Yeah.
So after day one, we got home, and of course, we wanted to see what the other one got. So we had this idea of before, what they did before was they would put all of their purchases in one place, but this time maybe we were many and that wouldn't fit on one floor or table, so we decided to just lay it out on the bed. And I have some pictures of the things that my friends bought on their beds, and just suffice to say that Emina was very inspired by the colors of her bedroom. Like all her colors were this really lovely plummy fuchsia color. Dani was more leaning towards the blues. Kath was quite colorful with her choices. She had the pink and the other colors. Ellie and her mom were quite in their true color scheme, so they had their like more earthy and calm tones, as well as a few unexpected things. Mel, I think she loves more muted and grayish colors, so I guess that's what she got. I can't remember now. And Gay, she had a bit of everything. When I saw her pile, it was a lot. Like you can see it on the pictures anyway. So we shared all of that, and of course after I think the first night we had the soup, and the next day we had lasagna. Anyways, after the delicious homemade meal, we of course sat down and chatted about our projects, about inspiration, and I think that was the day when our idea of the Paw Along was created. So as I told you before, we went to Bendigo Woolen Mills and purchased the Woolemai Corriedale wool called the kangaroo paw. Let me get it. I think it will make more sense if I hold it and then talk about it. So the kangaroo paw yarn was the one that all of us chose. I was the last one to kind of succumb and get it, but it's a beautiful color, and the idea was born that for next Bendigo we would all make not the same pattern, different patterns, but with the same yarn in the same color. So all of us got a sweaters quantity, and we are calling it a Paw Along. My friends have already started swatching. The same day Dani was the first one to swatch this yarn, and her swatch dried up while we were there. They've all started already knitting with it, but when I got home, I had to face all of my works in progress, and I focused on completing them first before I cast on this baby. But isn't it gorgeous? I love it. So that's the label, made in Australia. I think if you go to Bendigo, if you don't go to Bendigo Woolen Mills, I mean, why? You have to. So we decided on a Bendigo project for 2027, Paw Along. After that, I think I was too tired, so I went to bed earlier, but yeah, it was a full-on day. Or maybe it was not that day. Anyway, we were bright and early the next morning because there was still a lot of stuff to see, and the girls had their homemade granola, which was so delicious. So again, it was the time for the picture in front of the house with all our woolly makes, which we had a ton of those pictures. It was amazing to be a part of that group. It really felt special. I feel like the best thing about Bendigo for me this year was not just the wool show. The wool show was like just one little part of the whole experience. The best part was being with these amazing ladies who are so inspiring, very kind, very giving and generous, and they shared their experiences, their inspiration. It was just so lovely to be with them, and I think that's the highlight of the whole Australian trip for me. I was more than lucky. I was overwhelmed and absolutely smitten by their no words. I would totally do it again and again and again and again. And if you ever get a chance to go to such a fun event with friends, do so, because friends make all the difference. Right, so the Saturday came, and I think Saturday was the day when Kath had to work a little bit. She is a designer of the Bendigo project, so she had to appear at some of the booths where her her patterns were sold. And
Second day of Bendigo. We're taking our famous Kath to her workplace so that she can tell you all about her amazing patterns. The Bendigo, and then we had a little photo shoot.
very exciting.
Yes, and so cool to see the same pattern in different colors.
Doing a group photo. We would like you to come and stand behind us in front of the donuts van. At a very tight group. We're all friends. We're going to get a little close together. All right? Let's go. Friendly. Very friendly.
How exciting is
this?
Oh my god!
Oh my God. Look at
This project, and we hope that you'll join us again next year.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, while you're still here, and we have a bit of time, can we quickly maybe do project photos? If you do have to leave, you
I have to go back.
Okay, all right.
No, you want to do your project?
Just
Oh, geez, I missed that photo.
3, 2, 1.
Turn your heads.
Perfect. Everybody turn your head.
Head to the side, blue steel look.
Faces this way.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Lovely.
So Saturday, I was planning to look for that mystery fiber that I got on Friday, because I was determined to find what kind of fiber composition it is and where I got it from. But to no avail. I looked everywhere. I asked everyone. I couldn't find who sold it to me and what it was. So it still is a mystery to me, which is fun. It's fun. But I did meet Kurt, who was one of the judges for the weaving competition, and we had a chat about the fibers, and he told me that if I'm into fiber, I should definitely check out the Gotland and the blends of Gotland fiber. And I did that. I got some Gotland and Corriedale blends, which I actually already dyed. Let me quickly show you. That's not it. This is it. So I bought it bare, and this one is from the Cat and Sparrow. And this is the Australian fiber that I took home and I dyed already. I also got a lot of fiber from a place, what is it called? Sorry, just trust me that there was a lot of fiber and it was hard to remember everyone's names, and I got a lot of fiber from them. And one of the blends that I got was Beulah, which is 70% merino and 30% Suri alpaca, and I dyed it in these gorgeous colors, and I absolutely love the feel of it. It's so soft, and you can see I had double time. First I had fun, what did I say? I had so much fun choosing the fiber, and then I had fun again dyeing it, and then this one is not going to be for sale, so this one's for me. I will have fun spinning it and knitting with it. So that's like keeps on getting better and better. So that's one of the braids that I got undyed. This one is the Gotland and Corriedale blend from Cat and Sparrow. And then I also got this Corriedale, Cheviot and Bond Merino from her. And I guess I was in the mood to dye up the greens, blues and purples. So all of them are sort of similar colors. But I'll be very interested to spin and feel how different these fibers are when they are spun. And I got a few of these, so I think I will be adding some to the shop. So another thing I wanted to share with you is that my main Bendigo thing that I wanted to finish was this shawl, which is my jaunty shawl, a pattern by Andrea Maury. And I wanted to kill a few rabbits with this stone, or birds. What do you kill? Oh my God. So I made this one with my hand spun Haunui, and Haunui being my favorite fiber to spin. It was an absolute pleasure to work with. And this one is not just Haunui, it's Haunui and silk and alpaca. And it was really, really warm and absolutely squishy delight to work with. So I finished it just in time so I could wear it at Bendigo. And in the photos you can see me wear it all the time, because first of all it matches the colors that I wore, and secondly it's very warm and it was quite cold there. So I think it would be really nice to, next time I go there, it would be fun to wear another handmade item made with the fiber that I got in the previous Bendigo. Yeah, why not? So the second day, so that would be Saturday. One of the days that we stayed in that house, we invited people over to, actually that was the soup day, when we invited people over to our house to chat. And that's when Vera Maku she's another Australian designer, she came over to our house and we had a lovely chat. She is a very bubbly and friendly person as well. She does the most intricate kind of lacy cable designs. And also we had Susanna from Sanna & Co. join us, and I heard so much about her and her patterns, and it was so lovely to meet her. She seemed quite kind of a calm and shy person to me. That's what I noticed, and but still very friendly and approachable. And then there was Dani from Half Baked Yarn. Oh, I forgot to say, the first place we went to on Friday was Half Baked Yarn, to, of course, make our own self-striping colorway, because Dani has these little pegs with yarn on them, and you can create your own self-striping yarn, which was fun to do. Of course, I had to pick up some balls of her self-striping yarn from there. She joined us for the soup in our house, and she was very friendly, and I think I've seen an interview with her on some podcast, I can't remember, and she was exactly that. She was just a very smiley, very friendly, and just lovely to chat with. Of course, while we were walking around on Saturday, I did not stop to be amazed by all the things that people were wearing. Like there were two ladies with matching red hats. There were people with really, really funky hats. I mean, bags with very fun accessories. And there were kids in hand knits that you could tell they were a family. It was really cool to see. And then there was a pavilion with an exhibition of handcrafts where, this was amazing. It was felting, weaving, everything in one place, and it was kind of like behind the glass, and you could see the ribbons for first place, second place, and third place. And so like all of these works show just how much people love this craft and how much thought and time they put into creating those pieces. It was really lovely to see, and I hope you love the little clip that I made of that. Then on the last day, I had just a little bit of time because I knew I wasn't coming back on the Sunday. We were leaving on Sunday. So on Saturday, I decided to quickly see where is the dog shows or the sheep are kept. And I didn't see the dogs at work because honestly, that's not something that I came for and I didn't have time for it, but I did see the lovely little sheep and the fleeces. It was so interesting to see that this is not a place where only grown-ups come. Like I've seen families of these farmers with their younger kids, like very young babies and teenage kids who are so involved in this sheep business. They were feeding the lambs, they were kind of moving things around, and there was one girl who took a little lamb in her arms so that I could pet it, and they were taking a few sheep to the kind of like a common area, and there were judges who were giving the ribbons and taking pictures, and it was so lovely to see how proud those families were of their sheep getting recognition and prizes. And to the left there was like the whole area of boxes with fleeces, and if I wasn't a spinner I would probably just skip that part because it's just boxes of wool. But I was fascinated by how different the characteristics of each fleece were. So if you're a spinner, you probably will appreciate this footage that I have for you. As you can see, there is lots of different micron counts on these fleeces, different breeds of sheep. There is different colors, and each fleece looked so yummy and like a delight for a spinner, to be honest. Like, if I didn't have to cross the border, I would probably be tempted to buy one of those fleeces because the crimp and the color of those little locks, it was just stunning, absolutely stunning. And it's the first time that I have seen fleeces with such fine micron count. Like, the finest I've seen before was maybe 18 micron, but here I saw extreme, like 16 or 14, I can't remember, but oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And that was fascinating. So if you're a spinner, do come and check out the fleeces and maybe touch them or buy them if you can, because I bet they would be absolutely divine to work with. So that was Saturday. On Saturday I came back with some more purchases, and I also want to mention briefly this little pottery place that I found. Actually, two little spots of pottery. One of them I heard mentioned before from one of the Australian YouTubers. It was tiny little bowls and little jewelry, dishes and vases, tiny little vases that you could maybe put tiny flowers in, but I couldn't just walk away without purchasing one. So I got 3 little thingies, a necklace and 2 little cups. And another place I saw this beautiful girl wearing quite a funky costume, sort of like medieval or like fantasy costume, and she had the tiniest little pottery, like porcelain frogs, that one of them I purchased for my husband because he collects little frog figurines. And oh, it was so much fun. I had a blast that day, and talking to more people and learning more about the fibers that are produced in Australia. I found some cashmere fiber that I have never tried before, and even though it was quite expensive to get, I did get it. Then I also got some cashmere. Then there was some other blends, like I told you, the Gotland Corriedale and these alpaca and merino blends, and other merino that are specific to Australia. There was Suffolk merino, I think, South Down. Oh, I'm getting confused now, but there were so many different fiber breeds that I wanted to try that I went a little bit crazy, and I had a suitcase devoted just to my purchases. So I filled that to the brim. In my defense, if I had lived in Australia, I probably wouldn't have gone that crazy. And also fiber compared to yarn looks much fluffier, and it might look like I bought a lot, but most of it was fiber and undyed, which means that it was cheaper than buying yarn and it took more space. I also got some dyed fiber, which you would have seen, and if you are going to watch this to the end, I will show you once again all of the purchases that I did at Bendigo, and just keep watching till the end to see that. I have to say that even talking about it, brings back all these memories, and I get again overstimulated and sort of forget things, but I hope you forgive me for that. Saturday was done and dusted. Sunday we kept it quite minimum. We just packed our things, and some people had to leave early, but we went to have a lovely breakfast at this one little place, which served the best veggies. Oh, it was so good. And then there was a drive back to Melbourne, which I was lucky enough that Gay offered to host me for one night. I'm very grateful, Gay. Thank you so much. And so I stayed one more night in Melbourne, and I flew the next day. Like, I stayed the whole Monday, and then I flew back home. I have to say, I really missed my kids, and I called them every day. And the thing that I was thinking, I will have so much time away from them. I will have all my freedom of not having to cook for anyone or having to take care of anyone. But actually seeing other families with kids made me realize just how lucky I am to have them, and made me appreciate what the lovely family that I have so much more when I came home. So I guess I probably forgot something, but just to sum it all up, it was an amazing trip. I had a ton of fun meeting all the new people and the old friends, and making more connections, and being inspired, and of course getting all the yummy fibre to play with and the yarn, and being inspired to take part in the paw along, and looking forward to Bendigo 2027, or Friendigo as we called it. I really hope I can come again next year, because I would love for us all to wear these kangaroo paw garments together. That would be absolutely fantastic. And now thanks for watching. If you really enjoy this kind of content, I would kindly ask you to subscribe and like, but that's of course up to you. I just want the other people to discover my channel as well. If you watched this far, please stay a little longer. I will show you the Bendigo haul at the very end. So that's what's coming. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you on this channel again. Bye! Hello friends, I just came back from the Australian Sheep and Wool show in Bendigo 2026, and I wanted to share you all of this. I thought I need to share it before I put it all away in the cupboards and bags and things. So let's start. I came on Thursday, and that was the day before the Bendigo Sheep and Wool show started. So we went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, of course. And I purchased some of this lovely 100% cotton yarn in 8-ply. What's the name of this one? Cotton Crush in pink lavender crush. And it's really soft and beautiful. And I got, hopefully enough for a garment. I got 3 of these beautiful bowls, and they're quite big. They're 200 grams. So on the way back, like when we were leaving, I got the other stash, the other wools, which are a Woolemi Purple Pea. Again, 8-ply. This time it's Cordale wool. I got again 3 to make a sort of a sweater, maybe a vest, something like that. And I was inspired by my friends with whom we stayed together, and I got the Woolemi in kangaroo paw colorway, and we're going to all make something in the same color but different patterns. Then I was really in love with this color, but I thought it was a bit too bright for me, so I got enough to make my girls a pair of vests, which will be stripy. So that was Thursday before we even got to the Sheep and Wool show. Then in the evening of the same day, we had a little bit of a present exchange, and I was so blown away with
the generosity of the friends that we stayed with. So Dani from a knit suitcase has gifted us all these gorgeous mulberry silk balls, which was very, very kind of her. Then I got this from Amina, the Rainbows and Sprinkles. Absolutely fantastic colorway, so happy and bright. And I have already started a little shawl, which will have this green as one end of the shawl, and then the rest will be that. It also had this one. Then, oh gosh, I can't remember whose this was from. I think from Kath. She's gifted at that. And there was also some chocolate and pins and tape measure and scissors and this cute little bag, some chocolate. And then we did sort of an, oh, sorry. This one was from Mel. She's gifted us some cross-stitching kits, and that's so awesome because I haven't done cross-stitching in a while. And this one is from Hooray Hoop embroidery kit. Look at that, it's gonna be awesome. And she gave us also an idea to ride Bendigo 2026 here, and I'm really excited about this one. Haven't done it in a while. Such a cute idea. You can see this little pottery stuff here. This was not a gift. I purchased them from a little place called, well, anyways, you can see the details here. I just absolutely loved it. And it's not really yarn related, but I can definitely put some stitch markers here and just enjoy this beautiful little cute ceramic things. And this is a necklace that I plan to wear very, very soon. Then, of course, the Friday, the Sheep and Wool day, first day, and we went to Half Baked Yarn to get some of this self-striping yarn, which I really, really wanted for a long time. She has so many colorways, but they sell out pretty fast. So, of course, I went there first with my friends. And I think that's, oh, the next thing we went to is, probably was next to them. I'm not sure now. But I really wanted this yarn that my friends have tried and absolutely loved. So I went to Fibre Naturally. And I had my eye on this lovely kind of oatmeal alpaca yarn with recycled sari silk. And I got some 4-ply, four of these even. I'm ready to make a swatch of this one. And I really, really loved the dark one as well. So I got myself 2 of the 8-ply as well, the same alpaca and recycled sari silk composition. Australian alpaca and merino, and it's absolutely softest as, it's just soft. And look at the purple recycled siri here. I think my nails perfectly match. So that was fun. And I think that's where I lost my friends, because they kept looking for yarn and I went crazy for fiber. As you can see, I was really, really looking forward to spinning some unusual blends. So let's dive right in. The first fiber that I got was from the Newstead Spinning Group, and it's one of the braids I think one of the members by the name Wendy made. That's sand-dyed wool, silk and alpaca, and it's just this fun colors. I love them. Look how bright they are and so happy. Then I went to Fibre Arts Shed and talked to Paul, who was absolutely lovely. I also talked to Claire, and apparently these 3 little balls are something that their son kind of threw in different colors together and blended, and they're 50 grams each. And this will be so much fun to play with. This is what they call reclaimed mill fiber. Also, I can't remember where I saw these, but Wool to Yarn had these little bumps without any fiber composition or anything. So I had to go back on the second day and ask them, please write to me here, what is it? It's merino fiber 18 to 21 micron with 5% Angelina and 10% silk. And you can just see how shiny that Angelina is. See the red? Yeah, this will be fun. And this one is also quite interesting. There's gray, I see gray fibers here as well. So that's for spinning. And let's see, 120 gram, 18.15. What is that? Probably the price, because they're by kilogram. Then I also went to Melbourne City Dye Works. And of course, I loved Melbourne, so I needed to get something that was absolutely Melbourne-y. This fiber is Southdown, and it's something I haven't spun before, and I just loved the colors. They're so me. So I had to get this Undine, whatever the pronunciation is, proudly hand-dyed in Australia fiber. She told me that this was a unique to Australia breed, so, or sourced here. I mean, in Australia, I feel like I'm still there. Then next, I was so lucky to have found Kathy's Fibers, which was a very, very good selection of different colorful braids that were super exciting and absolutely a joy to look at. So I couldn't help it, and I just picked, for example, this Polworth. Then I got this Shetland Polworth and silk blend. Look how beautiful the colors are and how soft it is. And this one is exciting. That's merino and silk. So lovely. Then there's 100% mohair. Look how tiny is the 100 gram in mohair compared to the merino silk. This one is interesting because this will be full cashmere silk pearl. Again, 100 gram. Very, very soft, like amazingly soft. And from here we move on. Okay, so I also got myself a little cone of gray merino for plying. I just thought that would be fun to pair with some of these braids. That's the plan. Did I already say this one? This one was my sort of gift exchange from my friends, and it's the Fluff and Nonsense in Platinum BFL sock umbrage. That one is going to be fun in some patterned socks. So let's move on to undyed fiber. I really spent a lot of money and time at this place, the Australian Fibre Collective, where there were lots of undyed blends of fiber that just blew me away. I didn't want to leave, and I came back a couple of times the next day and more. And I think in the future, I might order some because it's absolutely delicious. I got the merino and Suri alpacas blend, and see, the price is quite good here. So that's Beulah blend. I got 2 of these. Then my fiber friends told me that I absolutely have to buy some cashmere from this place. And I got 2 bags. One is for my friend Annette. Then I noticed a Kashgora. And I've only heard about Kashgora from the books and the other places. And I had to try it, although it's quite expensive. It's undyed and it's $140. But it's very soft and beautiful. And just look at those streaks of color throughout. So there, as you can see, it's only 100% Australian grown and manufactured fiber products. I love that. Then I went for Australian Fairview Polworth, which is also very soft and delicious. And then this blend was advertised to me so that I couldn't resist. It's fine Suri alpaca and Optim. And apparently it's a magic blend, because this Optim is some fibers that are stretched out so they don't have any memory, and the Suri, of course, is very drapey as well, but combined together they produce apparently yarn that will be lots of spring to it. We shall see. Then I was amazed by this product. It's the Shetland and Tussa silk from Ravelry, rare breed. They had
all other amazing fibers as well, but I picked this one. Then I went to Great Southern Yarn, and I really liked the look of this braid. Look at this milky chocolatey latte fluff roving with so it is grown in Australia, spun in New Zealand, and dyed in Australia. Obviously this is undyed, non-superwash. Yes, I had to go back and ask them to write what the fiber is. The fiber is merino alpaca blend, as you can see here. Also, I really loved this super fine merino. It is 17.5 micron, locally grown Saxon merino. That's very soft as well. Then these are two places. The Beersheba farm was talked about when I spoke to some farmers. They mentioned that I should definitely see them and get their Castledale. So this is the wool that is delight to spin. It's a top with 22 micron, and I have to try it. And also this one is from them as well, from Beersheba farm, and that is a blend of, let's see, Beersheba farm merino and yearling Castledale in a delicious blend with A-grade mulberry and tussar silk 5%. Producer owned and Australian, processed with imported silks. So that is absolutely delicious, and it's 200 grams, which is perfectly the amount that I need for dyeing. Then I also bought this lovely fiber, and I found out at home that it has no label whatsoever. It is nice and it has the feel. I would mistake it for maybe Gotland. I have no idea. So the next day I went looking for who it is, and I talked to almost all the people that I purchased from the first day, but nobody helped me, and I have still no idea who sold me this fiber and what it is. But I found Cat and Sparrow, and I got some delicious, because it looked quite like hers, but it's still different. So that one is Corriedale and Cheviot and Bond Merino blend. I have a few of these, and also I got Gotland and Corriedale blend from Cat and Sparrow as well, and she's absolutely lovely. So that's my haul from the Bendigo Sheep Wool show, and I'm just absolutely happy with it. Then I got home and I found a parcel from Eggshell Fibers waiting for me, so I thought, well, that's sort of related. I ordered it from Australia and it arrived while I was there. It was a nice surprise to come back home to. That's superfine merino, angora, cashmere, silk, and rose fibers for me to dye. This one is merino tencel and silk. This one is superfine merino, angora, cashmere, and shell fiber chitin. And this is the guanaco blend. 60% guanaco, 25 muga silk, 12 cashmere, and 3 angora. This will be absolutely lovely. It's quite expensive. This 50 grams costs more than any of this 100 grams, but it's worth it. It's really soft. It feels like cashmere, to be honest. So thanks for joining me on this little haul. These are the same ones, but I just put them aside. So there will be lots of knitting and dyeing with these guys soon. Thanks for watching.